Hello everyone, I'm Juan Fernandez.
And I'm Sharon Tay. This is KCAL 9 News at 4, and we're streaming on CBSN Los Angeles. We have team coverage on these latest developments. Chris Holmstrom is covering the World Health Organization's big announcement officially declaring the coronavirus outbreak as a global pandemic.
But we begin with Dave Lopez live at the Public Health Department with more on the outbreak right here in Los Angeles. Dave?
It is a growing concern, there is no doubt about it. Uncharted waters is the way some people are talking about it. As you mentioned earlier, there is now one fatality. A woman in her 60s is the way she was described. She was a visitor to the LA County area, not a native. She had spent a lot of time traveling abroad and spent a good time of that in Korea. Got sick when she was here, was hospitalized, and passed away from the virus.
She had extensive travel over the past month, including a long layover in South Korea. We extend our deepest condolences to her family and her friends.
The first death from the coronavirus in the county, and there's more. 6 new cases. That makes 24 in the county, 4 in Long Beach, 28 altogether. And a second possible community transmission, meaning it was spread by someone who had not been traveling out of the country. Dr. Fumé, how bad is this going to get, in your professional opinion?
We're certainly going to see a lot more cases, and we're certainly going to see a lot more community transmission.
So why not do what San Francisco did? Why not ban all events where 1,000 or more people gather? That would mean the Lakers, Clippers, and Kings play their home games in front of an empty Staples Center.
We actually have developed a tool that we use that assesses risk based on how much community transmission we're seeing. So I will say, we're working with all of our partners at all of the different sectors so that they understand what that criteria looks like and that they're making plans and they're prepared for announcements that may in fact be similar to the announcement in San Francisco.
Today, the county started inspecting the more than 300 elderly and senior living homes because the elderly is the most vulnerable. Is she suggesting that perhaps people take their loved ones out, or will there be a ban on visitation? The answer to those questions, no. But there's this.
The big plea is that they institute policies that all employees and visitors coming in to the facilities do a self-screen.
And the question that comes up at every briefing, are there enough test kits to go around?
The testing issue continues to haunt us in many ways, and I appreciate your questions and your patience that we don't actually have all the answers.
And she went on to say that she's frustrated by the fact that more test kits have not arrived in Los Angeles, although those have been promised. I asked, in a perfect world, how many tests would be done a day. She didn't want to give a number, but she did say currently LA County is testing about 70 per day, and there need to be more testing on that. I then asked, as they did in South Korea, they just tested everyone. Is that a possibility here in LA County? She said no, that is something that she would not want to do, or is it necessary? A lot changes, a lot of things going on, and one thing else to keep in mind, 2 weeks from tomorrow, the Dodgers open up their season. Just exactly what's going to happen at that season opener and what's going to happen with the rest of the outdoor events. As they say, a lot remains to be seen and a lot of unanswered questions. Reporting live from downtown Los Angeles, Dave Lopez, KCAL 9 News.
It's a